I get emails every week from companies who want to send me things so I can review them on the channel here. I'm not super interested in doing that. I've never done any of those videos until now. This is the Jackery 240 power station. Basically, if you're familiar with those small little USB battery packs that you can use to charge up your phone or your tablet, this is that on steroids. Jackery did give this to me for free with the understanding that I would do a video about it, but this isn't a paid review. I'm not getting paid to make this video. Jackery also gave me special links and promo codes to give to you guys, and I will talk more about that at the end of the video and put all that information in the description of the video. In addition to the regular USB ports you'd expect to find on a portable charging device, there's a 12-volt cigarette lighter type of power socket and a 110 volt wall outlet. It's got a pure sine wave inverter, which is better for your sensitive electronics than a modified sine wave inverter, which is what a lot of the budget inverters have. Jackery makes a few different models of this kind of thing. I have the Explorer 240 version. It houses a 16.8 amp hour lithium ion battery. This kind of battery is dramatically lighter and smaller than sealed lead acid batteries, which is what a lot of us have used to create our own solar setups in our cars. My two batteries together weigh, I think, like 50 pounds, 55 pounds, something like that, and they're in a much larger plastic bin. This thing, I mean, it weighs, I think, 6.5 pounds, and it's pretty easily carryable. So if you don't want to lug around a huge 50-pound bank of batteries, or if physically you can't, if you're unable to, if you don't have the strength or maybe the joint mobility to do that, then something like this is a really good option for you. So in the box is the power station itself and a cable so you can charge the power station from the wall, and another cable to charge it from your car, a 12-volt cigarette lighter type socket cable. It also comes with a little zippered pouch to hold the cables and whatever other cables you might want to use with it. I added a little carabiner to the cable so I can easily attach the bag and keep it attached to the power station all the time. It's got a 240 watt hour capacity, but you're not supposed to use it down past the 20% mark, so practically speaking it has a 200 watt hour capacity. So that means like if you're using your laptop, which has a 50 watt power supply, it could run your laptop for 4 hours straight. Not including, of course, the battery that's already in your laptop. So let's say your battery were dead, you could run that laptop for 4 hours because 4 times 50 is 200. And so that's basically how you'd figure out how long you'd be able to run things for with this power station. The box comes with a nice little chart to give you an idea of how long you can run things. So as an example, you can run an LED light for 40 plus hours, recharge a phone 20 plus times, run a 32-inch TV continuously for 3 plus hours, recharge a laptop 3 plus times, and run a small 12-volt fridge for 6 plus hours. In tests I did with my laptop, which is an old MacBook Air, it's a 45 watt MacBook Air, the battery on it is completely shot, so it doesn't hold a charge. I found that when I was running the laptop for an hour, it would use up about 10% of the battery on this. So if this were at 85% after using my laptop for an hour, it would be at 75%. So basically, if you want to run things like a phone, laptop, tablet, run lights, then this is a great product for you. If you want to run like a microwave or a fridge all night long, this product won't be able to do that. As for charging, you can fully charge it from the wall in about 7 hours, or from the 12-volt socket in your car in about the same amount of time, about 7 hours. I found that either way, whether plugged into the wall or in my car, that it would charge this thing up about 15% an hour. So if it's down to 70% capacity, it'll take you 2 hours to charge it back up to 100%. You can also charge it in 8 to 10 hours using a proprietary Jackery 50 watt solar panel. I don't have one of these, they didn't give me one to try. It does seem pretty expensive though, $300 for a 50 watt solar panel. I'm sure it works fine, and if you have the money to do it, go for it, but that's it's pretty expensive in my opinion. So now let's talk about my experiences with this product, what I've used it for on trips. I've gone on 3 trips with it, 2 overnight trips and 1 6-day trip. Overall, it worked great. It worked exactly how you would expect and hope it to work. I didn't have any problems with it at all. One thing I noticed that was really helpful is that the little screen on here up at the top, when you plug something in, it shows you how many watts it's drawing, which I found to be helpful to see just how much juice whatever I plugged in was using up, and to approximate the amount of time I could get out of this thing. Let me look at my notes here. So on one of the overnight trips, I kept track of everything I used, everything I charged, and I charged my tablet from 61% to 100%. I charged my phone from 50% to 100%. Then I charged 3 drone batteries from about 30% each up to 100%. And the power on this, the capacity went from 97% to 59%. So I used about 40% of the total capacity in doing all of those things: the drone batteries, the tablet, and the phone. And that's without charging it up while driving. That's just using it as it is and not charging it up on the road. And then on the 6-day trip, I charged 5.5 drone batteries from empty to full, and charged my phone from 50% to 100%, and that took basically all the capacity in this thing from 100% to 20%. Let me show you the setup I use in my car to run this and charge this. It took me a while to figure out a way that I liked, and to figure out a way that wouldn't overload my car. My car does not have built-in USB ports, and so I have this thing that has 4 of them built in, and then it has 3 12-volt sockets. I plug this into the 12-volt socket in the car, the cigarette lighter port thing, and then plug this, which is the car charger for the Explorer 240 power station. Plug this in here, and then I use one of these USB ports to charge my phone, and sometimes my tablet. So I can have, several USB things coming out here, charging various devices, also while this is charging. You could, of course, plug your phone directly into this. While this is charging, it can charge things while it is being charged, but for the purpose of charging this up as fast as possible without draining it, I think it's better to do it this way. And yeah, I'll include a link to this thing in the description, but anything like this will achieve similar results, and there are tons of these things out there. One thing worth mentioning is that my car does have a 150 watt limit on the amount of power that can be drawn from it, and so your car might have something similar. It might be higher, it might be lower, I don't know, but that is something to keep in mind. So you can't just keep plugging things into the cigarette lighters forever. Eventually you'll hit a wall of some sort. With this setup that I just showed you, I'm always underneath that 150 watt limit. So who is this good for? It's good for people who camp a lot, like me. If you camp in your car, if you camp in a tent, this is a great thing to have to keep things charged and running. Whether or not it has enough capacity for you to do what you want it to do, that's up to you. I don't know what your needs are. That's something you're gonna have to figure out on your own. But for normal things, nothing too crazy, then this will get the job done just fine. It's also good for emergency preparedness. So if you live in fire or earthquake or flood or hurricane or tornado country, which I think covers basically everywhere, then something like this is really good to have in an emergency situation. You'll always have power when you need it. If you have a little off-grid cabin that you go to on the weekends, this could provide all the power you need. If you're a photographer or do field research and need to always have things charged, this is a good option for you. Really, if you ever need more than what you can get out of those little pocket-sized battery banks, this is a great solution for you. As I think I said before, Jackery does make a smaller version and a larger version than what I have here, so those might also be good options for you. The one gripe, the one thing I don't like about this product is that the little LED lights, the little green lights, are too bright, I think. So in my car, when I'm using this at night and it's dark, the little green LED lights were distracting, and I'll probably end up putting some black electrical tape over the lights. Not a huge deal, obviously, but one thing I didn't like about the product. Other than that, it works great. It works exactly like you'd think and hope it would work. It's just a really great product. I do recommend it if you're in the market for this kind of thing. This is a great option for you, especially if you don't want to go through the hassle of building your own kind of thing like this. Jackery makes good products. I actually have had one of their little smaller battery packs for probably 4 or 5 years. I use it just for charging my phone when I'm traveling. It works great, never had any problems with it. If you're watching this between when the video goes live and December 2nd, 2018, Jackery is actually having a Black Friday sale where you can get this thing for, I believe, let me see, yeah, for $60 off. So normally this costs $300, which I think is a fair price for what you get. But with the Black Friday code and discount, it's $60 off, so it's $240, which is an unbelievable deal. If you're watching this after that date period, I still have a coupon code for you for $30 off, a promo code. So again, that's something I'll put in the description with all the links you need. To use these promo codes, you add the item to your cart on Amazon, and then on the checkout page, on the cart page, there's an option for you to enter in the code. Jackery also gave me 3 of these guys. These are portable battery banks for wireless charging. So if you have one of the newer iPhones, or I know a lot of higher end Android phones have this too, the wireless charging, if your phone has that, I'm giving these guys away. I've got 3 of them. I think they're 6,000 milliamp hours, so they'll charge your phone, I don't know, once or twice. And you can just lay your phone on top of them. There's no cable involved. Pretty cool product. I don't have a phone that I can use this with, so they're no good to me. So I'm giving them away to you guys. If you do have one of those phones and are interested in winning one of these, leave a comment below. Say that you're interested in the wireless charger, and I will pick 3 people at random on December 2nd, and I'll give them away to you. That's good for only US customers. I don't want to have to ship these internationally, unfortunately. But yeah, let me know if you have any questions about that. Let me know if you have any questions about the product as a whole. Again, good product. I'm not just saying that because they gave it to me. It actually is a good product, and I do recommend it. So thanks for watching.